I would take the Nets to make a finals run over the Nuggets. Me personally.
Nah, I would take the Nuggets over the Nets.
If you look at the Nets, though, the Nets at their best are probably the best team in the East.
No, they're not. Bro. What the fuck?
From
No,
a
they're
talent
not.
perspective?
No.
The Nets over Boston? I'm not
The
doing
Nets
that.
are not fucking better than Boston, who just swept them.
This man went from Minnesota can make the finals to, yo, you look at the Nets, they're the best.
Like, have we not learned already, bro, that the Nets are not the best team in the East? Like, have we? How many years do we have to see this Nets team?
From a talent perspective,
No, they are not more talented than Boston.
You know what's the problem with talent? It doesn't bring in coaching. It doesn't talk about the intangibles and doesn't talk about the experience.
Continuity.
It doesn't talk about continuity. It doesn't. It just talks about, looking at the paper. From
He's
what
got
I see
a
on the
bag.
paper,
He's got a bag.
he's there,
He can
he's
shoot.
there. Yeah, this team is better. That's why you can't just say from a talent perspective. That doesn't mean anything.
Hold up. You just said earlier in the show that the
shit.
Nets in the Celtics series, every game was close.
It was.
So if you watched it,
We're the better team.
every game was close.
We're better coached.
Every game was
We had
close.
better
Every
role
game was
players.
close, but
Yes.
they got better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every game was close.
Yes.
The Nets were missing players, bro.
They
They were
Okay,
missing
we were-
Ben Simmons. They were missing Joe Harris.
Ben Simmons
We were
could be a
missing
negative
Rob
or a
Will.
positive, though. You don't know.
We were missing
what he
Rob
is.
Will.
Are you counting on him being a positive or negative?
Negative on positive on defense, negative on offense.
They needed defense.
They
needed that.
They
positive.
don't need a
You
negative on
can't
offense.
tell me 4 close games make them a better roster than us.
You can't-
A single game they didn't even win.
If you look at
Like-
the Nets, bro, they play iso ball. You can't tell me Ben Simmons
And
another
also,
guy who
not
they not gonna guard is
only
gonna do
that, but they didn't have Ben Simmons. They didn't have Joe Harris. They added Royce O'Neal in the offseason. Like, they added good players.
We had
bro.
Malcolm Brogdon. We didn't have Rob Will in that series.
Well, that's good. I think
That's
the Celtics-
good. What do you mean that's
I
good?
think the Celtics are good. I think that they're
Good?
great. They're great.
They're the favorites in the East.
Yes,
The
but
favorites
I
of
think
the NBA.
from a talent
So,
perspective,
I give them respect.
who gives a fuck? They were favorites. The finals projection had the Celtics winning. 81%
that
of
was
them
bullshit.
had them winning.
That was bullshit.
That's fine.
That
Not-
wasn't-
not
I didn't
for
believe
you.
that.
You
I didn't
thought the
believe
Celtics
that.
were winning.
Of course, I'm
You
a
thought the Celtics
Celtics
were
fan.
winning.
We knew the
Of
truth.
course, I'm a Celtics fan. I'm gonna think my fucking team is gonna win.
Y'all were up 2-1.
I
and
want to give us
y'all
an
are getting smoked
81%
still.
chance.
They was up 2-1. I said you're getting smoked still. I was right then. I'll be right now.
It's the first
That's
time you
how
were
it
right in my
happens.
life.
No, that's-
Probably.
No, it's
Yeah.
not because I'm gonna be right about Gabe Davis too. That's
No,
coming up next.
no,
That's
no,
coming up next.
no.
But keep sleeping.
How-
I just said
real quick,
if
how
you
are
look
the
at
Nets-
if you look at Brooklyn's roster, their roster is
I don't give a
toe-to-toe
fuck about
with
the.
your
I don't
team.
care about
It's
the
not,
roster.
because the
How are
team-
the
no,
Nets
no,
going
no,
to come
no,
back from this offseason? When KD and Kyrie said they want the GM out, they want the coach out. There's rumors about them getting traded. Ben Simmons has to fit into this. How do they come back from this offseason?
That's why you're not
roster
listening
is
to what I'm
fine.
saying.
The Nets
Bro,
aren't close
bro,
to Boston
no.
right now.
They're not.
That's why
We don't-
you're not
The
listening.
Nets. What seed are the Nets going to be? A 6, a 5 seed at best?
Boston clears.
They're not close to
They're not
Boston.
close.
No, they're not.
As a team,
Huh?
we're adding
Will,
coaches.
did you not just say that the Nets can make a finals run?
Well, I said I would take
And
them.
that's where I disagree.
I said I would take the Nets over the Nuggets to make a finals run. That's
but
what
do you
I
think they
said.
can make a finals run though?
No.
If you had to bet your money on it, probably not.
Probably not.
No.
But
If you had to bet your money, because you're taking into account these other factors. But from a
The
talent
game
what you
of
should do,
basketball.
yeah.
That's what we're taking into account. The game of basketball.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
The other factors.
You're putting talent. All you're saying is they're more talented roster.
No, bro. The other factors in this situation include how much is Kyrie gonna play? It includes
He
is
played
KD
every
getting
game
traded?
in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't get that.
He played every game. They
But
lost.
in this with the
And he was
Nets,
great.
with the Nets, it's not just about basketball, and we know it.
That's a negative,
When
though.
they
He was
play,
a,
they
he was
are
a
good.
non-factor after game one. He was a non-factor.
Okay,
after game
I
one.
know that, but I'm saying I didn't just mention Kyrie. We're talking about right now, the Nets right now.
Yeah.
Kyrie playing, it's a little question mark. Kevin Durant buying in, even
Kyrie's playing this
even
year.
if KD doesn't get traded, him buying in is a question mark. That's a legit question mark. Ben Simmons
These
did
are
not play
negatives
last
for
year.
the Nets. These are not. None of them are. There's no questions around the Celtics.
That's
Zero.
why
They just got better.
What's the first thing I said? I said from a talent perspective, you can say
But
the Nets.
talent does. But the Nets have proven that talent does not do shit. The
You
Nets
can't-
have proven
but
talent only
if
takes you so far.
Even if you say from a talent perspective, it's never just talent.
What instances? Just off of one?
I'm saying the Nets have shown they've had talented rosters. When they had the big three with
It was
Harden
2
and they
years.
got hurt.
That was
And-
1 year. That was
Okay,
1
and
year.
last year they had KD and Kyrie and they got swept round one.
Wait. So talent not mattering the first year with the
It
big
only gets you so far.
Wait, hold up. Talent with the big three with
I'm
Harden,
assuming KD and Kyrie best duo in the league
Harden,
of talent.
Harden. Well, are they not?
But
And there's that.
If you're the best
Are they
duo in the
not?
league and you're a first round sweep, what does that really matter?
talent
If you're the
don't
best
move
duo.
nobody anymore, bro. It's not about talent.
Yes, but these are this. I'm gonna say
That
this.
talent
first.
got them nowhere.
This. I'm gonna say this first.
The Warriors won a championship not based off talent.
They had the.
They had the fit. They had the scheme. They had the
The
coach.
Celtics
They
were
had
more.
the
The
intangibles. They
Celtics
had
are
the
more
experience,
talented,
and they had the best.
The
player
Celtics are more
in the
talented
playoffs.
than the
What?
Warriors, but they
No, they're not.
won
No, they're not. No, they're not.
on paper-wise roster players.
The
I think the
Celtics-
Celtics are a more
The
talented
Celtics have like
team.
a 6-7 man deep team. The Warriors have
gosh,
like
this is
8 or
getting
9
ridiculous.
guys they could play that
Hold
are
up.
much
Stop
deeper than
talking
that.
for a sec. I got 3 points, and I'm going to rebuttal that you was talking about. With the big three Nets and the Harden, Kyrie, and KD, that did not work because of the outside basketball stuff.
Do the Nets
That
not have
didn't-
outside basketball stuff right now?
This is the thing. With the big three
There's
Nets,
always outside basketball
with the
stuff.
big
Nets.
three Nets, they didn't win because they got hurt.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with talent.
Okay, but you have guys that Kyrie gets hurt all the time, does he not?
But Harden doesn't get hurt, and he got hurt. That was an
Up
outlier.
until yes, that was his first big year.
Wait, but
first time getting injured. Also, when he's 30.
And also, the thing about you said with the Warriors and fit. No, they have the talent and the fucking fit.
I agree.
They have
Yes,
both.
I agree.
They're the best roster in the Western fucking Conference.
I agree.
Let's not talk about that.
I agree.
This past season they wasn't.
yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
this year the Clippers are better
Yeah, my fault.
roster wise, but last year they
and
had
I'm
the
still,
talent
and who are
and
you
the
taking, the
fucking fit.
Warriors or the Clippers?
No, they had
who are
the-
you taking, the Warriors or the Clippers right now?
Actually,
I haven't
who-
decided yet.
talent,
I
Warriors,
haven't decided yet.
Talent, Warriors or Pelicans?
Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And over the Celtics
You need coaching. You need to be able to play together. You need fit and continuity. All the stuff the Nets do not have. Talent can only take you so far. KD and Kyrie have only taken the Nets so far. Injury, it doesn't care if it's injury, outside noise, whatever. The Nets are going into the season, the noisiest offseason by far in the NBA. We don't know if KD wants to be there, if Kyrie wants to be there. We don't even know if their fucking coach
We don't
wants
know
to
what
coach.
Ben Simmons is gonna look like.
We don't.
Riv.
Talk to me.
The Nets, as currently constructed right now, remove the freaking drama.
You can't.
I'm gonna remove it. I can remove
Let's
it.
say
both the teams at their best.
let's say KD, let's say Sean Marks said, "Listen, we can't find a trade partner for you. You're gonna have to suck it up and play." KD plays. He's bought in. Are the Nets not contenders?
Nets at their best. Yeah,
They're contenders.
but they're like the fourth team, third team.
You putting the Heat over them?
No, I'm sorry, the third.
I would just put the Bucks and Celtics over them, but they're contenders nonetheless.
And that's best case scenario.
Best case
They're
scenario.
third in the
do
East.
you think they're contenders?
They're the third. They're the third.
Well,
best team.
this world doesn't exist in my head.
No, I'm
This
just
world
asking.
doesn't literally does
you
not
wanna know
exist
why?
in my
Wait,
head.
wait.
You-
I
you
wouldn't
want-
put them over Philly.
You want to know why Joel called a fit right now? Because you're a Boston fan, and I attacked Boston
swept
in a
them.
subliminal way.
Because you said they had a better roster than the Celtics. That's ridiculous
Top
to
to
say.
bottom, it is pretty similar.
They don't have a
It is-
center.
It is
a
pretty
good
similar.
center on their
It
roster.
is pretty similar.
They don't have a good center.
It
on
is
their
pretty
roster.
similar.
How?
We're not gonna act like the Nets and the Celtics roster wise. You compare them neck to neck, like side by side. It's not a similar roster.
From what? But I think Celtics clear them. On defense, it's a clearing. Offense is close. I like the two J's. I like their defense inside and on the perimeter.
They added
the Nets have they added guys who can defend, but they're still going to be a bad defense.
Kyrie.
They have no
Royce
center.
O'Neal.
They have no center. They have no center.
Ben Simmons can play
They
small
have
ball
no.
five.
They have no offensive scheme. They don't have a scheme. They don't have a good coach. That matters. They run a ISO
How are
heavy
you gonna
offense.
win a finals with a bad coach?
They don't have a coach. That matters when it comes to a
that
team.
that does matter.
It matters a lot.
And they could have done. They could
They
have did
lost
it in
in
the first
4.
year.
They lost in. Oh,
Not
sorry.
the
Bucks.
first year
Okay.
together. Exactly. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. You're just trying to respond. In the first year,
Because you're saying nonsense,
no,
bro.
no, I'm not. Because
You said, oh,
think-
there were 4
you-
close games
No,
against the Celtics. Like,
this
we
is-
swept
this is
them.
thing.
We're the better team.
You think that the Celtics roster is head and heels better than the Nets roster, and that's not a fact. That's not a fact.
Okay. All right. Word.
You think they're
Okay.
You think the Celtics roster is head and heels over better
Where-
than the Nets roster currently constructed?
Talent-wise, sure,
don't
but
even-
everything else matters. You can't throw. This isn't fucking 2K. Like, everything else matters.
You don't even
it's
know.
not
You
just
don't
talent.
even know what TJ Warren's going to look like. You don't know what the new Ben Simmons is going to look like. So as of right now, there's no way you can say it's close.
Even if you want to
can't.
compare talent to talent,
There's no
sure,
way.
it's
The
maybe.
two important guys on the defensive end for them, you don't even know what they're about to look like.
What do you, two? You said TJ Warren?
TJ Warren is he's going to be a wing stopper.
Signed
I
for
said
the
Royce
minimum,
O'Neal.
but we don't know what
Royce
he's
O'Neal.
about.
O'Neal's
but
a
I'm
wing
just
stopper.
saying two guys who are very important to that rotation. You don't know what they're going to look
I
like.
forgot about TJ Warren. He's
you
there
don't
too.
even know the team, the roster.
So we're talking about
TJ Warren hasn't played
we're
basketball.
talking about a Nets team that has Kyrie, that
We're
has
tired of hearing
KD.
that.
I don't give
They
a
got
fuck.
swept.
I don't care.
Can I
bro.
name the other players?
No,
that has
Seth
Kyrie, that has
Curry,
KD,
Gary
that
Harris.
has
I mean,
Ben,
fucking
that
Joe
has,
Harris.
that has Ben Simmons,
Hasn't seen
that
him in a
has
year.
Seth Curry, that has Royce O'Neal now, that has Seth Curry, that has Joe Harris, he's coming back, that has TJ Warren. This team is freaking talented. Let's stop acting like it's
We
not.
don't have Marcus Smart, Jalen
Can I-
Brown, Jason
You
Tatum,
name a
Al
center.
Horford, Rob
Can I-
Williams,
can I count-
Malcolm Brogdon, Grant, Gallinari. Like, we have the talent, too, to match
Seth
up.
Curry's better than Derek White.
I didn't even say Derek White's name.
You did say him.
No, I didn't. I left him off. I said Malcolm Brogdon,
Is Seth Curry better
Gallinari.
than Brogdon? No.
No.
No, Brogdon's better. But can I count on TJ Warren at his worst being better than Grant
So
Williams?
Seth Curry is better than
I didn't
our
know
fifth
that.
best guard?
You haven't seen him since the bubble.
Can I count on TJ Warren being better
You
at
have
least
not
than Grant
seen
Will?
him since the bubble.
Yes, I can.
But can you count on him being just as invaluable? You don't know
Is
that.
KD better than Tatum? Yes. Is Kyrie better than JB? Yes.
Tatum?
The Jays can easily outplay both of them in the playoff
Which they
series.
did.
Easily.
Schematics, bro.
What the? That's a part of a series.
In the playoffs.
Does Ime not
this is-
fucking clear Nash?
But this is Boston didn't do anything crazy revolutionary in the playoffs when they were playing defense on KD.
no, they just beat him in 4.
We just smoked them.
No,
like,
what they did is that
Has KD ever been swept?
They loaded up on KD.
So what's the difference? KD got better as
They
a passer?
have better floor spacers this year.
But did KD get better as a passer? Because he has to get better at that for him to make, like, what do you mean?
No, he has to make the
this
reads.
is such a crazy hill to
But
die
they
on,
have
bro.
to. They have to. This year they have better floor spacing. Then it's going to have better. With Joe
Okay.
Harris coming back,
Quick
one of the
question.
best 3-point shooters in the league.
All said and done. We start the season. KD and Kyrie are on the team. All the bullshit's going on. Steve Nash is there. The roster's the same. Ben
hope
Simmons.
they play together,
Where do you
honestly.
think the Celtics finish? Where do you think the Nets finish? Since you think it's really close, where do they finish?
They're both top 3 seeds.
Where do they finish in the whatever. Where do they finish in the playoffs? Do one team get to the finals? One team's a first round exit, second round exit. What happens?
Mind you, we picked the Nets to win without Ben Simmons and Joe Harris. We did do that.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not selling my stock on the Nets if KD's going to be there. I'm not selling.
I'm
it
just saying,
yet.
we picked them in 6 and they got swept.
You're buying into a team that their 2 stars you don't know want to be there. The head coach
Well, Kyrie
is
wants
in
to be
shambles.
there. Kyrie wants to be there.
KD got no more rim pressure.
Kyrie wants to be here today. Maybe he doesn't want to be there fucking tomorrow.
No,
You know how Kyrie is.
Kyrie has committed already. He's there.
He committed to
for the
Boston.
year. He's coming for the year.
But he
He was going to opt out.
all right.
Like,
I'm
Kyrie,
going-
we know how Kyrie is. Next week, he won out.
Off of what he said, he's committed to Brooklyn for the year. I'm going off what Kyrie
You're
says.
telling a Boston Celtics fan this. You understand
Well,
that.
you're hurt. I get it.
I'm
You're
not
obviously
hurt. Fuck Kyrie.
You're
He's
obviously
fine.
hurt.
We're good now. We're straight.
Well, Kyrie got a chip. You guys don't got a chip in the last
Yeah,
10 years.
because of
He got a
fucking
chip.
Daddy Bron.
He got a chip.
He got
You
it
don't
because
got
of
a
Bron.
chip. KD got a chip.
Did we
You don't
have
got a chip.
LeBron? Did we have Steph Curry or
We talking
LeBron
about
James?
the Nets. They got championship
Did we have
experience.
Steph Curry or LeBron James?
The Nets got championship
And we swept
experience.
them. And
Y'all
we
don't got
swept them.
championship.
We
Y'all
just
haven't
went to
won
the
a chip.
fucking finals.
Y'all didn't win. Y'all didn't win.
And we beat
You
them
don't
in
got that
4. With
experience.
no experience,
You
you
don't
beat
got
them
that
in
ring,
4.
baby. You don't
With
got
no
that
experience, you
ring.
beat them in
You
4.
don't got that ring. Who got that ring on
You're a
Boston?
Knicks fan and a Harden fan talking to me about fucking rings, bro.
Al Horford, that was his first finals game in like 600 career games. Y'all don't got that chip. Kyrie
You're a
and KD got
Harden
that
fan
chip.
and a
They
Knicks
got
fan
that
talking to me
chip.
about a
They got
Boston
that chip.
Celtics fan about
I just
chips.
want you to know this entire thing started because you think it's blasphemous saying the
It
rosters
is.
aren't equal.
It is.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
blasphemous.
From a roster
It is
perspective, it's not.
blasphemous.
From a roster perspective,
And I said
it's
straight
not.
talent, sure, maybe it's close. I still think the Celtics have a pretty clear edge, but you put everything else that matters in basketball, literally everything else that matters, continuity, coaching. Do this team fucking like each other? Boston, yes. The Nets, we don't know. That matters a lot.
Gallinari or TJ Warren next year. Next
Gallinari,
season.
at least I've seen play basketball in the last 400 days.
Yo, he ain't played since the bubble, yo. The bubble's nuts.
I think TJ Warren will still come back and be a contributor. He's a bench player now. He's a role player. He's not a starter.
I'm gonna tweet out who has a better roster. Let's see what the.
The Nets or Celtics
We'll
as
see it live. Put it on.
currently
tweet mid-live.
as currently constructed.
Please put at their best, too. Both teams at their best.
Both teams at the best. Who's a better roster? It's gonna be very, very close. Very, very close. We just got into a debate over a very, very close situation. Both, if the Nets stay healthy, they're a contender in the East. That's a fact.
I like if a
Say
team
we're recording
if
right
a
now.
team sweeps a team and then they get better, I don't see how it's close. Honestly, I would get it if it was like a 6-7 game series, but they got swept. Like it was embarrassing.
Okay.
So in Kyrie,
Miami got swept last year versus Milwaukee in the first round.
They
They made the conference finals.
they did. They fucking balled out. They showed out
some
for
dumb
real.
shit.
No.
You think that's gonna happen
You
again?
gotta make it even.
To Miami or
No,
to Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
I think Brooklyn has a better chance of getting over the hump than Miami did. Like Brooklyn has the talent to get over the hump in those situations.
Well, with Miami, they just weren't that good. Brooklyn was good. They just got fucking locked up. That's all it was.
What do you mean? Jimmy Butler played horrible.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just Jimmy Butler. The
Everybody
roster
played
wasn't.
horrible.
Miami's
Tyler
roster
Hero
wasn't.
played horrible.
Miami's roster wasn't that good though, and everybody had the Bucks winning. When the Nets and the Celtics played, people were very high on the Nets, bro. People thought the Nets were gonna come out that
I
series.
know. We both picked the Nets.
Exactly. So and they just got locked up for 4 straight.
They lost, but they were close games, bro.
I don't care about close games because
Like,
if you're
I know you still won, but I'm saying
You know how hard it is to beat a team 4 times in a row?
We just mentioned this example. The Heat last 2 seasons ago lost to the Bucks in the first round. They got fucking embarrassed. They got swept. They came back the upcoming year and they made the conference finals and took the Celtics to 7 games, one shot away from the NBA finals. These turnarounds can happen, and it was a fairly similar roster. What were their real additions?
Okay,
Your guy.
but look at the
PJ Tucker.
We're talking about the Heat versus the Nets.
Yes.
One has one of the best coaches in the NBA, and one is fucking a year from being fired.
You think the Heat have a better roster than the Nets? Top to bottom?
Talent-wise, no.
Okay.
No, but they have Eric Spoelstra.
Okay.
They have a team that's been together for
Eric
years.
Spoelstra's great, but I'm saying just
Does
because
that not matter?
I'm saying
It
just,
obviously matters.
Just because a team gets swept doesn't mean that's their destiny the very next year.
I don't disagree,
It's not.
but don't we all
Especially
agree
when
here?
you have players this talented.
You're expecting a team to go to the finals with a bad head coach and a team that we don't know can play together.
Steve Nash is
we
better
know
as a
the
coach.
Heat can play
I don't
together. They
think-
went
I
to
don't-
the finals
I
in
don't
the
think Steve
bubble.
Nash is this finished product as a coach. He's not this
y'all
finished
said
product.
multiple times. Like, what are you talking about?
No, I don't think right now Steve Nash is not a good coach, but he's not a finished product. He's not a finished product.
Is he gonna be a finished product on the Nets, or is he gonna be a new gig?
He just has to manage these guys, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
It's easier said than done, I guess.
They have a lot of talent. Like
It's easier said than done considering he was hired to be a babysitter to not interfere with
A
anything.
player coach.
Yeah.
That's where he's supposed to be.
This is
to
hilarious.
get out of the way.